Hey, this is Getting Real with Hillary, and I'm trying something new. I'm using Zoom to see if I can record a better video. First of all, Zoom has an enhancer, so there's less wrinkles and I don't have to stare at them. So here's my story today. It's a very impactful one for me. I have embarked on this podcast. I was in a course and we were going to do 4 episodes. That was the deliverable. And we're almost at the end. And I had one professionally done by by one of the co-teachers. And to continue, he was going to charge us, I think it was $272 per episode. Now, I have 10 episodes that I've recorded. And so I was getting very, very nervous about the money I was going to have to spend to keep going. And I mean, I wasn't sleeping and I was thinking about it. And I'm like, God, if I want to keep doing this, it's just going to cost me a lot of money. So then I talked to the guy finally, and after 2 weeks of chasing him, and he said, well, I wouldn't pay to produce the ones you're doing because, and this is what I heard, okay, because they're not very good, but you can hire me as a coach and I will make you effective and I'll make you good. And, we'll change everything you're doing basically. And I was like, oh, he goes, I think you should coach with me for 6 months. And I was like, okay. So then, I said, well, how much is that? Well, $2,000 a month. So I'm adding it up in my head and he goes, I'll send you a proposal. And he talks into the recording. He was recording the call after a half hour and says, so send Hillary a proposal and da 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 da. And I'm just like, who are you talking to? Well, apparently he has some guys that are going to listen to a half hour and not know at the end that he's supposed to send me a proposal. So anyway, we got off. He had to go to another call as always. And, I thought about it and I just got really upset. And I was like, and it was familiar. It was a familiar upset that obviously I suck. I got to pay someone to help me. Someone's going to save me. I could pay a lot of money and hope that I can get the money back. And I spent the night just upset and saying, you know what? I'm not even going to do this. Fuck it. Okay. So I get up the next morning and I'm just demoralized and delusioned and upset. $12,000. Like, really? Now, I happen to know the guy. He talks a really good game. He was supposed to do our other podcast in a week and it took a month. So I'm thinking, anyway, it's 5 days later. I still haven't gotten the proposal. So I'm over that. But I called up a friend of mine. He's actually my seminar leader. And I was crying and I was like, I was all excited and no, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, he helped me. What I saw was, all my life, I'm either going to be great and get it right, or I'm not going to do it. And I've started so many things. I've started several blogs. I got my book out there, my YouTube channel, my course that I launched last year. And when it doesn't turn out the way I think, I just kind of stop. And also I saw that I hire people. I think they're going to save me and I pay them money. And then they don't necessarily, like with the course, it didn't even pay for its investment. So what I did was yesterday, and I'm really proud, I sat down with this software. Before that, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. It's too hard. But this software actually takes the podcast and makes a transcript. So it's got words. So instead of trying to work with this wave file, which just gets me crazy, trying to put the thing in the right place and knowing how to cut, I don't know, that's beyond me, but I know how to deal with words. So I transcribed a file and, I ruined the first file. So I imported it again, had the transcript, and I got it to the point where it's okay. I even added some music. Now, I didn't do it very well, but I added it. Oh, one of the things I forgot to tell you was when I was talking to my seminar leader, Brandon, I said, I hadn't been willing to be bad. Like I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted it to be great. And I wasn't willing to be bad. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to be willing to be bad. So when I was adding the music, I didn't get the fade out the first time. I just put it, it's abrupt, but I figured, and I did my own art on Canva. It's totally not professional, but I got my picture on there and I put the words on and I put a picture on, the podcast is called Get Real and Get Free. Put the picture on and it's okay. It's not, it's fine. It's fine. What I'm committed to is that people's messages get out, that we inspire people to get unstuck. That's it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I even put a disclaimer on the text. Please don't stop listening if I made a mistake. So that's what I did. I am so proud. Then I did a second one. I already have the date for them to be published, and I'm working on a third right now. And I can do all 10 without spending okay. I did just buy the software at a higher level, so you can actually take it and like all the ums and the you could just delete them all at once. So that was worth it. So I paid for the year, of course, to get 20% discount. I paid $288, but that would have been one episode with this guy to produce. So anyway, and as he said, why pay if they're terrible? But they're not terrible. These interviews are awesome. They're inspiring. I hope you listen. And thank you for listening. It was a huge, huge moment when, every time I got to the place in the software where I was like, nope, keep going. You're smart. You can figure it out. And I know I have more to learn, but I'm so proud that I didn't stop. I really am. And I'm not even going to ask you, where is someplace you stop where you can just keep going? Instead of saying you can't, or I don't know how, you just move past that space and do it. I also fixed my tires, which I'm also talking about in my newsletter this week. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And that was a huge thing. These things that I've been putting up with, I just took them on and did them. So anyway, yay. If I can do it, you can do it. So thank you for listening. Let's see if this YouTube works, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Getting Real with Hillary.